In last class, we completed exercise number 1.1 problems. In that, we learned what is reflex relation, what is symmetric relation, what is transitive relation, and what is equivalence relation. I hope you understand that exercise. Now, the second exercise is all about types of functions. You know, in first PUC we did relations and functions chapter. There you learn about definition of a function and few important points related to function. In second PUC functions, they just given types of functions. However, I am going to revise to you quickly what is function and some important points related to function. In this class, we are going to learn the definition of a function and types of functions. In types of functions, we will learn what is one-one function, what is onto function, what is one-one and onto function. These definitions we are going to learn in this class. These definitions are very important to understand these exercise problems. What is function? Definition of a function. A relation f. First of all, it is a relation. A relation f. In last exercise, we discussed about this reflexive relation, symmetric relation like that. Here f is a relation. A relation f from a to b is said to be a function. A relation f from a to b is said to be a function if for every element in set A, there exists only one element in set B. For every element in set A, there exists only one element in set B. This definition we already learned in first PUC. So if you have first PUC max books, you take that books and quickly go through all the points. I am just giving a little bit of introduction. I am just quickly explaining what is function, right? You see here, for every element in set A, this is important, for every element in set A, see here, for every element in set A, there exists only one element in set B. There exists only one element in set B. Is it a function? For every element in set A, there exists only one element in set B. You may confuse here, the elements 1 and 3 have same element 4. No, it's not like that. You see, for the element 1, how many elements exist in set B? For this element 1, how many elements exist in set B? Only one element, that is 4. For this element 2, how many elements exist in set B? Only one element. For the element 3, how many elements exist in set B? Only one element, that is 4. That means what happened here? For every element in set A, there exists only one element in set B. This example satisfies this condition. For every element in set A, there exists only one element in set B. So, we say that this relation is a function. In simple words, we can say like this also. Every element of set A is used, it is used only once. Every element of set A is used, it is used only once. You see here, all the elements are used or not? Yes, used. This is used only once, this is also used only once, this is also used only once. So, we can say it is a function, right? Now, you see here, this one, this is the example of function or not? For every element in set A, there exists only one element in set B. You observe the element B. For this element B, how many elements exist in set B? 2 elements exist, 1, 3. So, it is not satisfying the condition of a function. What is the condition of function? For every element in set A, there exists only one element in set B. In another words, I said now, every element in set A is used, it is used only once. You see here, every element in set A is used, but this element B is used twice. In another words, to check the function, we can use this sentence. Every element in set A is used, it is used only once. But you see, the element B, it is used, but it is used twice. So we can say this is not a function, or else as per the definition. For every element in set A, there exists only one element in set B. But here, for the element B, there exists 2 elements in set B. I strongly recommend you to take a first PUC classwork and see the definition of function, and you go through the definitions of domain, codomain, range, image, pre-image, all those things what we learn in first PUC. Okay. So, now what we learn in this class, we learn what is function. Now, you see some points related to function. If f from a to b is a function, then set A is called domain and set B is called codomain. If f from a to b is a function, you see this is the function. This is the example for function. f from a to b is a function, then set A is called domain. See this set A. What is set A? 1, 2, 3. Set 1, 2, 3 is called domain. Set 4, 5, 6 is called codomain. And we learn about range also. What is range? See, what is the range? Set of all images of set A is called range. Set of all images of set A. Here images. See, in first PUC we learn what is image, pre-image. I'll quickly explain here. You see here, image of 1 is what? Image of 1 is 4. How we write it as? F of 1 equal to 4. F of 1 equal to 4 means image of 1 with respect to function f is 4. Image of 1 with respect to function f is 4. F of 2 is what? F of 2 is 5. What it mean? It means that image of 2 with respect to function f is 5. What is image of 3? Image of 3 is 4. How you write it as? F of 3 equal to 4. I hope you are understanding. What I am trying to say here, f of 1 equal to 4. We see this notation very frequently. F of 1 equal to 4. It means that image of 1 with respect to f is 4. Okay. Image of 1 is what? 4. Image of 2 is what? 5. Image of 3 is what? 4. Okay. Now, if we talk pre-image of 4. Pre-image of 4. Here you can observe two pre-images are there for 4. Pre-images of 4 are 1 and 3. Pre-image of 5, 2. Pre-image of 6, not defined in this case. Pre-image of 6 is not defined. I am trying to explain what is image, pre-image. Image of 1, 4. Image of 2, 5. Image of 3, 4. Pre-image of 4, 1 and 3. Pre-image of 5, 2. Pre-image of 6, not defined in this example. Okay. So, if f from a to b is a function, then set A is called domain, set B is called codomain. What is range? Set of all images of set A. What are the images of set A? Image of 1 is 4, image of 2 is 5, image of 3 is 4. What is range of this function? Range of this function is set 4, 5. We don't include 6 because 6 is not image of any element in set A. See, what is the definition of range? Set of all images of set A. Set of all images of set A is called range. Here, you observe this example. In this example, what is domain? Domain is set 1, 2, 3. What is codomain? Codomain is set 4, 5, 6. What is range? Range is 4, 5 because 4, 5 are the images of this domain set. I hope you understand. What about domain, codomain of this example? First of all, this is not a function. When it is not a function, we do not discuss about domain, codomain, range, all those things, right? Right. If f from a to b is a function, then set A is called domain, then set B is called codomain. And one more thing, this function is also known as mapping. If f from a to b is a function, then we write notation like this. You see this? F is a mapping from a to b. No need to specify is a function. If we saw this notation itself indicates f from a to b is a function. F is a function from a to b. F from a to b, if you see this type of notation in this function chapter, itself indicates it is a function. No need to specify separately it is a function. You see this third point we already discussed. F of 1 is 4. That means image of 1 with respect to function f is 4. F of 2 is 5. Image of 2 with respect to function f is 5. F of 3 is 4 means image of 3 with respect to function f is 4. I written this from this first example. Okay. Right. Now we will learn the definition of 1-1 function. What is 1-1 function? 1-1 function is also known as injective function. Injection. 1-1 function is also known as injective function. What is 1-1 function? A function f from a to b. You try to understand. First of all, f must be a function. A function f from a to b is said to be 1-1 function. A function f from a to b is said to be 1-1 function if different elements in set A will have different images in set B. I hope you are understanding. What is the definition of 1-1 function? Pause this video and try to understand what I am saying. A function f from a to b is said to be 1-1 function if different elements in set A will have different images in set B. Got the point? Different elements in set A will have different images in set B. What is 1-1 function? I'm asking you, please reply. What is 1-1 function? Different elements in set A will have different images in set B. Then function is known as 1-1 function. 1-1 function is also known as injective function. We'll see few examples here for a 1-1 function. You see this first example. Different elements in set A have different images or not, you check. Different elements. You take 1, 2. 1, 2 are different elements or not? Yes, 1, 2 are different elements. Different elements are having different images or not? Image of 1 is what? 6. Image of 2 is what? 5. 5, 6 are different or not? Now you take 2, 3. 2, 3 are different elements or not? Yes, 2, 3 are different elements. They have different images or not? Image of 2, 5. Image of 3, 4. Different elements have different images. You take 1, 3. 1, 3 different or not? Yes. What is image of 1? 6. What is image of 3? 4. Different elements are having different images. I hope you are understanding. So this is the example for 1-1 function. You observe here, it is 1-1 function or not. What is the 1-1 function definition? Different elements in set A will have different images in set B. Different elements in set A. You see here, A, C. A, C. Both are different. Correct? A, C. Both are different. Different elements are having different images or same image? A, C, both are different elements. They have same image. What is image of A? 2. What is image of C? 2. Here what is the definition of 1-1 function? Different elements in set A will have different images in set B. Here these are the different elements. They have same image in set B. I hope you are understanding. So different elements are having same image, but as per the definition, different elements must have different images in set B. So this is not the example for 1-1 function. This function is not 1-1 function. I hope you are understanding. First of all, you check, is it a function? You see this example, is it a function? Every element in set A is used. It is used only once. Yes, it is a function. This is a function, but it is not 1-1 function. Okay, this is a function. This is 1-1 function also. Now I'll tell you very important point related to 1-1 function. See this definition. To prove 1-1 function, we can use this first point or second point. What is 1-1 function definition? Different elements in set A have different images. See, elements x1, x2 belongs to the domain set. x1, x2 belongs to the domain set. What is f of x1? F of x1, what is the notation of f of x1? F of x1 is image of x1 with respect to the function f. What is f of x2? F of x2 is image of x2 with respect to the function f. F of x1, f of x2 lies in codomain set. I hope you are understanding. Different elements. See, I written not equal means they are different. x1, x2 are different. Different elements must have different images. To prove a function is 1-1 function. To prove a function is 1-1 function, we will prove this. We will take x1 not equal to x2 and we will prove that f of x1 is also not equal to f of x2. Right? This is important note. Second point. To prove 1-1 function, we can prove this also. To prove 1-1 function, we can prove this also. What is this? If the images are equal, then the elements are not different. This also gives the meaning of 1-1 function only. See here, if the images f of x1, f of x2 images are same, it means that the elements are not different. This also gives the meaning of 1-1 function definition only. See, this is the second point we are going to use very frequently to prove function is 1-1 function while solving exercise problems. How we prove a function is 1-1 function? First we will take f of x1 equal to f of x2. We will simplify. If we get x1 equal to x2, then we say the function is 1-1 function. You just try to understand this meaning and 1-1 function definition meaning both are same or not. What is 1-1 function? Different elements in set A must have different images in set B. Okay, so to prove a function is 1-1 function, most of the time we will go with this second point. What is the second point? F of x1 equal to f of x2 implies x1 equal to x2. And this 1-1 function is also known as injective function. See this exercise is all about one function onto function. So I hope you understand the definition of one function and onto function, or else you take our college material, go through the definition of one function and practice few examples like this. See, simple. What is one function? First point, one function is also known as injective function. Okay, what is one function? A function f from a to b is said to be one function if different elements in set A must have different images in set B. That's it. While doing exercise problems, you will get more clarity. And one more important point, to prove the function is one function, most of the time we will go with second point, the second note. We can do by like first note also, in the method of first note also. This is the this clearly tells, this is the definition of one function. Different elements, because they are not equal, different elements have different images. And try to understand, this also gives the meaning of, one function only. Here I need to tell you one point. You know that contradiction method, contrapositive of a conditional statement. If P implies Q is the statement, what is its contrapositive? Its contrapositive is negation of Q implies negation of P, correct? You know that contrapositive and the given statement are equal, logically equivalent. Contrapositive statement and given conditional statement are logically equivalent. See here, this is the actual definition. This is the contrapositive of this. Negation of Q implies negation of P. F of x1 equal to f of x2 implies x1 equal to x2. I hope you understand this point. What I am trying to say, this second point also gives the meaning of one function definition only. Right. Now we'll move to next definition, that is onto function. What is onto function? A function f from a to b is said to be a onto function. First of all, it must be a function. F must be a function. A function f from a to b is said to be onto function if for every element in set B, there exists at least one pre-image in set A. First, you should look for set B. For every element in set B, there exists at least one pre-image in set A. At least one pre-image. Okay. You observe the set B. For the element 5, how many pre-images are there? One pre-image is there. What is the pre-image of 5? 2. What is the pre-image of 4? Here 2 pre-images are there. 1, 3. What they are saying? At least one pre-image. At least one means what? 2 is also okay, 3 also okay, 4 also okay. Try to understand. If you ask your father, give at least 100 rupees. Your father given 200 rupees, you will take or not? Because you asked at least 100. That means if your father gives less than 100, you will accept it? No. If your father will give more than 100, you will accept it or not? Yes, at least one pre-image. See here, for the element 4, how many pre-images are there? 2 pre-images are there. At least one pre-image. Here 2 pre-images are there. It's okay, no problem. So this is the example satisfies this onto function for every element. You try to understand, for every element in set B. For every element, if somewhere suppose here only 6 is there, it is not defined to any other element, no pre-image for 6, then can we say this is onto function? No, we cannot say. For every element in set B, there exists at least one pre-image in set A. Right? So this is the example for onto function. You come to this example, is onto function or not? See, what are the pre-images of 3? B, one pre-image is there. Pre-image of 2, yes, 2 pre-images are there. AC. Pre-image of 1, not defined. Can we say it is onto function? No. As per the definition of onto function, for every element in set B, there exists at least one pre-image in set A. Here, for the element 1, there is no pre-image. As per the definition, for every element in set B, there exists at least one pre-image. For the element 1, there is no pre-image here. Because of that reason, we are saying this function is not onto function. This function is not onto. Important points related to onto function. To prove a function is onto function while solving the problems, we will use this notation. For every y belongs to B, there exists at least one pre-image x belongs to A. For every element in codomain set, for every element in set B, there exists at least one pre-image in set A. For example, you see this is onto function definition. For every element in set B, there exists at least one pre-image in set A. That means here f of 1 is what? F of 1 is 4. Here f of 2 is what? F of 2 is final, like that. For the element y, if there exists x in set A, then how you write it as? You write it as f of x equal to y. Correct or not? F of x equal to y means what? Image of x with respect to f is y. At the same time, pre-image of y is x. Pre-image of y is x. So, to prove the function is onto function while solving the problem, I'll try to prove this. First, I'll take an element y in set B. Then I'll check that there exists x in set A or not, such that f of x equal to y. While doing exercise problems, you will get more clarity about this point. And this is the important one. To prove the function is onto function mathematically, I am going to use this notation. What is this notation? For every y belongs to B, there exists at least one x belongs to A, such that f of x equal to y. First, I will take an element y in set B. Then I'll check there exists x belongs to A or not, such that f of x equal to y. Okay, this onto function is also known as surjective function. Onto function is also known as surjective function. Okay, next definition, last definition in this class. 1 function onto onto function. 1 onto. What is 1 onto? A function f from A to B is said to be 1 onto if f is both 1 function and onto function. If the given function is both 1 function and onto function, then we say the function is 1 onto function or 1 and onto function. See, 1 onto function is also known as bijective function. See, 1 function is known as injective. Onto function is known as surjective. 1 onto function is known as bijective. These are the other names of 1 function, onto function, 1 onto function. You see this example. Is it a bijective function or not? First, we will check whether it is a 1 function or not. Different elements in set A must have different images in set B. You take any two different elements in set A, they have different images or not? Yes. So, this is the example of 1 function. Now, you check for onto function. What is onto function? For every element in set B, there exists at least one pre-image or not? Pre-image of 4, 1. Pre-image of 5, 2. Pre-image of 6, 3. So what happened? This is the example satisfying both 1 function and onto function. So this function is 1 function, this function is onto function also. Simply we say this function as bijective function. Bijective function is also known as 1 onto function. See, these definitions are very important to do second exercise problems. With this, theory part related to second exercise is completed. I strongly recommend you to go through the theory part of your college material or NCERT textbook and go through some examples. While doing exercise problems, you will get more clarity about this 1 function, onto function, 1 onto function. I repeat the points what are there in second PUC syllabus. 1 function definition. 1 function is also known as injective function. Onto function is also known as surjective function. 1 onto function, which is known as bijective function. Important point, to prove 1 function while solving the problems, we will prove this. F of x1 equal to f of x2 we will take and we will simplify it, and if we get x1 equal to x2, then we say the function is 1 function. To prove the function is onto function while doing the problems, I will use this point. For every y belongs to B, there exists at least one x belongs to A, such that f of x equal to y. These are the main things that what we learn in this class. I hope you understand this class. And what about first exercise, reflexive relation, symmetric relation, transitive relation? I believe you understand those problems. They are not very easy, but if you know the definition reflexive, symmetric, transitive clearly, then you can understand without any difficulty in that exercise. Practice makes man perfect. It is important. How much practice you will do, that much perfection you will get. Mathematics is all about practice. What problems I am doing, only by practicing same problems, you are not going to get full perfection. However, you will get some point, at a particular point, you can understand all the things. But if you want to do JEE problems in depth, if you want to do objective problems your own, you must try some of your own examples. Right. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day. Bye bye.